So, Marvel is still announcing new books, some of which won't launch until December, because some books are all newer than others, I guess? Okay, maybe they thought staggering releases instead of pulling a new 52 was a good idea money-wise, and they could be right. But more importantly, that means they could still be launching books for a couple of months. And I thought it would be fun to talk about characters and teams I would like to see get books. Of course, this is all opinion, and I am incredibly biased towards my favourite characters, so if you want a new Marvel Knights book or a reboot of Ultimate Adventures, you probably won't see them on this list. Yeah, okay, I complain about the Guardian spin-offs a lot, but these guys weren't in the movies and aren't in the current series as far as I can tell. And as far as I can tell, neither have even appeared since the 2008 series ended. And yeah, sure, Phyla-Vell is technically dead or whatever, but 1, this is comics, 2, we never saw a body, and 3, this is comics. And I think they actually hinted at her living in the Thanos Imperative, but my memory on that event is a bit hazy. Anyway, why do I want this series? Well, for one, I love Phyla-Vell. She's a great character to read, and her arc over the Guardians of the Galaxy series was great and something that I feel still had a lot of ground to cover. Also, she's a space fuck-up. She just goes places and fucks up. She's brilliant. But yeah, I think she and Moondragon would be great characters to explore the cosmic side of Marvel with, especially if she picked up the Quasar powers again, or hell, considering the amount of mantles she's picked up, give her someone else's powers. There's also the whole diversity angle, which makes creating a series starring a lesbian and a bisexual lady good, because Marvel doesn't have any of those in their own series at the moment. So that would be nice. Plus, they're adorable. Plus, Moondragon turns into a space dragon sometimes. There are a lot of reasons to make this book, is what I'm saying. Just don't make Phyla-Vell Martyr again. It worked under Dan Abnett, but I don't think angsty Avatar of Oblivion would really work under anyone else. Oh, and if Adam Warlock wants to tag along, I don't see the harm in that. This one contains spoilers for Age of Ultron, so if you plan to read it, skip ahead to the time I'm putting up right now. So, Hank Pym and Ultron merged into one being. Weird, right? And then Ultron went into space. I know, Age of Ultron was weird. So we've got a self-loathing robot-human hybrid, racked with guilt at all the destruction he has wrought, wandering space. Why is this not a series already? There's a lot you can do character and theme-wise with guilt and redemption. Just look at the TV series Angel. Now imagine that in space, with the added sitcom hijinks of a cranky robot sharing a body with his neurotic creator. I don't have much more to say on this one, I just think it would be cool. Jonathan Hickman's run gave us a lot of great characters and moments, but none stood out to me as much as the epic bromance between Hyperion, the Superman analogue, and Odin's son, the former Thor. The pair share a great warriors bond that transcends their differences, and they're a great team to read about. There's a lot of room for conflict in character, what with Hyperion's dead world, and Odin's son's loss of worthiness. And honestly, I feel like Odin's son being a second stringer in the Thor book isn't enough for one of the Marvel Universe's most iconic characters. I don't know what they would do really, just pal around, explore the multiverse, raise zebra people, etc, etc. Once again, just a book I think would be really cool. Fact, I love Alias. Also fact, I think everything Jessica Jones has been in after Alias hasn't done her character justice. Even the direct follow-up, The Pulse. And I don't know if any writer could ever really capture Jessica's brilliance, because now she's married and has a kid and can't go from place to place drinking, fucking and screwing up. But I think it's in the best interest of everyone involved for someone to try. Jessica Jones is a detective with a troubled past as a superhero, and the original Elias series did a great job of retconning her into the Marvel Universe, whilst also making her an interesting character in her own right. The problem I feel since that is that she's only been a side character. The other problem is, frankly, her character arc ended. So not even asking for this book is stupid, and I admit that. How would you make it interesting? She doesn't fuck up anymore, she's a wife and a mother. And I don't want those things erased, but Jessica is too good a character to ignore, especially considering she's getting a TV show later this year. Explore her marriage with Luke Cage, explore how she handles motherhood and even her baby possibly developing superpowers. And for fuck's sake, let her swear again. Once again, a team getting a show soon. There's actually a bigger reason I would push for this series, and that's what I see as a lack of street-level heroes in all new Marvel. Sure, Daredevil has a series, but where are Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Shang-Chi? So even though I like the original Doctor Strange to Hulk Namor lineup, I think a street-level team containing some of Marvel's biggest street-level characters could be awesome and fill a big gap in Marvel's current lineup. So who would this team consist of? Well, for starters, let's look at characters without their own series who probably deserve one. She-Hulk, who appears is still the leader of A-Force, but I doubt that will leave much time to explore her lawyer career. Luke Cage and Iron Fist, Heroes for Hire, which could itself be a book, definitely need some love. Black Widow, who doesn't have her own series anymore because Marvel seems determined to bury one of the most popular female heroes, could definitely add to the team. Maybe as a S.H.I.E.L.D. liaison, but also possibly just as a free agent determined to do some good. She'd also serve to tie the team to the Marvel Knights, which is why I would also include Shang-Chi. Also, Shang-Chi is awesome. Misty Knight can make a return, because once again, cool and underused. And finally, Cloak and Dagger could be here. Because they aren't cool enough to have their own book, but they are cool enough to be in a book. I mean, look at that boob cross. That's just terrible. So yeah, any mix of those characters and maybe a couple of bigger characters like Daredevil and Doctor Strange. Also for consideration, but much more outside candidates, could be the Punisher and Moon Knight. Probably both too violent for this team. Hawkeyes, either would be fine, but they seem to be doing it great in their own book. And finally Echo, a great character, but last I checked, dead. Which, as I said before, not a huge restraining factor as this is comics, and we are coming out of a Universe Bunch style event that will have her wake up in her grave. Nope, that would be dumb. On to the next one. So, Superior Spider-Man. Pretty cool, right? You know, for a while at least. The 2099 crossover felt a bit off, and I did feel Otto gave up a little easily. But seeing a villain trying to be a hero through villainous means was pretty cool, and Otto's personality and redemption arc were both compelling reads. So why not do more of that? But also leave Peter Parker doing whatever dumb thing Dan Slott is doing now. So yeah, basically more Superior Spider-Man with Dr. Octopus as Dr. Octopus. That'd be cool. Just more Captain Britain in whatever form Marvel deems fit. Personally, I would love to see more of MI13, giving us more Marvel UK characters, especially obscure ones, what with the recent Revolutionary War event. And also the fact that I am a British person. They could handle mystical threats, and I think that would be quite fun. However, a reboot of Excalibur, preferably with some fan favourite X-Men that aren't in Extraordinary, could be pretty cool as well. Or hell, just keep the Mighty Defenders going. I liked the 2 issues that we got of that book. Once again, not much to say, but please give Marvel's best British hero something to do. I literally have nothing to say. Abigail Brand is a boss-ass bitch, and I want a book about her running the Men in Black, getting into fights with whoever's running S.H.I.E.L.D., tearing the X-Men a new collective asshole for bringing back some weird alien, shooting people in the face. She's Abigail fucking Brand. How is that alone not enough reason to give her a book? So yeah, there are 8 series I would like to see from New Marvel. Not all of them are fully fleshed out pitches or whatever, just kind of half-hearted ideas, but I hope people think they're cool. What books do you guys want to see? Leave a comment down below telling me what character you want to have a book. That can be dead or alive or lost to the annals of history. And finally, I wanted to take a moment to just kind of say, I know I haven't been putting out reviews recently, and that's because I've kind of been wondering if they're a bit subpar. I want to kind of focus more on doing list videos like this, but also more episodes of The Rundown. I have a couple of other shows I'd like to launch. One's going to be covering crossovers, called Crossover Conundrums or something to that effect. And the other would be a show called Super Adaptoid, where I would review comic book adaptations or general adaptations of media. So yeah, that's just kind of a little update on where I am right now on reviews. If there's a huge outcry, which I find highly unlikely considering I have 40 subscribers, I would be quite happy to look into it again. I just feel like they're not my best work when I could be doing more stuff like this, which also coincidentally gets more views.